What if there was a single master key? One key that could unlock any door to any opportunity you could possibly dream up. Well, that's the big promise from our source material today. It's a philosophy built on this wild idea that success isn't luck, it's a science. So how on earth is that possible? Let's get into it. Everything, and I mean everything, rests on this one sentence. And this isn't just some motivational poster quote. It's presented as a natural law, as real as gravity. What it's really saying is that your potential isn't limited by your bank account or your background. It's only limited by how big you can dream and how much you truly believe in it. So we're going to stick with that question for this whole explainer. Think of this as a journey, inspired by the teachings of the industrial giant Andrew Carnegie, to figure out what this key is made of, and more importantly, how you can actually forge one for yourself. And here's the first big clue. The journey doesn't start out there in the world. It starts right between your ears. The first most critical piece of this master key is taking complete and total control of your own mind. To get this across, Carnegie used this really powerful metaphor about a choice we all face the moment we're born. He said to imagine that we're all born with two sealed envelopes. The one on the left is labeled riches. Inside is all the good stuff: health, peace of mind, finding work you love, you name it. The envelope on the right is labeled penalties, and, well, it's got all the opposites: fear, poverty, bad health. The one you end up opening is decided by one single, massive choice. And that choice is simply this. You either consciously grab the steering wheel of your own mind and direct its power where you want it to go, or you just don't. You neglect it, and you let fear and circumstances do the driving for you. This is called the greatest gift we have, the power to control the one and only thing that is truly 100% ours, our own thoughts. Okay, so how do you actually do that? How do you take possession of your mind? Well, the first exercise is to build what's called a definiteness of purpose. It's 3 steps. First, write down your number 1 major desire with absolute clarity. Second, you have to state exactly what you're willing to give in return, because there's no such thing as a free lunch. And third, memorize both of those statements and repeat them every day. This acts like a laser beam for your mind, tuning your brain to spot every opportunity that'll get you closer to that goal. Now, a definite purpose on its own is not enough. It needs fuel, and that fuel is called applied faith. And let's be super clear, this is not wishful thinking. It's a mental workout. It's where you deliberately kick out all the fears and all the doubts, and you build this unwavering, rock-solid belief that you can and you will achieve your goal. But all that inner work, it's completely useless if it just stays locked up inside your head. The second pillar of the master key is all about turning that inner world into real outer action. It's about doing the work. And it kicks off with a formula that's surprisingly simple. At the heart of it is this idea called going the extra mile, and it's captured in this QQMA formula. It basically says that what you get back in life, money, happiness, your position, it's all determined by the quality of your service plus the quantity of your service, all multiplied by the mental attitude you have while you're doing it. So why would you go the extra mile? I mean, why do more than you're paid for? Simple. Because it makes you indispensable. It gets you noticed by the right people, and in a world where most people do just enough to get by, you stand out. And maybe most importantly, it gives you the only real justification for asking for a promotion or a raise, because you've already proven you're worth it. This quote from the publisher Cyrus Curtis just nails the next ingredient of action: personal initiative. This is the engine. It's that inner drive to do things without being told what to do. The top performers don't just do what's asked of them. They see what needs to be done and they just do it. They're self-starters. End of story. Okay, so you've got your mind right and you're taking massive action. But the source material is crystal clear about this next part. Big success is almost never a solo mission. The third pillar is about multiplying your power by tapping into the greatest resource on the planet: other people. You do this through something called the mastermind principle. All it is an alliance. 2 or more people working in perfect harmony towards one specific goal. When that happens, it's like a third invisible supermind is created. It lets you borrow and use the education, the experience, and the influence of other people like they were your own. It's a total game changer. And if you look, you see this all through history. The source points to the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence. That was a mastermind that literally created a country. But it happens on every scale. Think about the partnership between the singer Kate Smith and her manager, or even the incredible alliance between Henry Ford and his wife, who gave him the unwavering belief he needed to keep going. Of course, to build these powerful alliances, you have to be the kind of person that other people actually want to work with. Your personality, that's your trademark. It's what draws people to you or pushes them away. Developing a positive personality isn't about being fake. It's a critical tool for getting the right people on your team. So there we have it, the 3 pillars: a mastered inner world, decisive action, and the power of others. But what about the master key itself? Let's bring it all together and find out what it really is. Well, here's the big reveal. The master key isn't one simple trick or a magic password. It's the conscious, deliberate, day in, day out application of all these principles working together. It's not something you find, it's something you forge for yourself every single day. And in the end, it all circles right back to this one foundational idea from Andrew Carnegie. The greatest power we have, the power that unlocks absolutely everything else, is the power to take control of our own minds and point them in the direction we choose to go. That, right there, is the handle of the key. So the principles are on the table. The components are clear. You now have the blueprint for the key. The only question left is the one that only you can answer. What door are you going to open first?